million spent customizing supercars, a private island, and a mansion so expensive that your jaw would reach the floor. These are just 3 insanely expensive things that YouTubers spend their money on. First, let's start with Jake Paul because, well, why not? He's the problem child for a reason. He doesn't have a problem with just retired fighters. He also has some retirement funds. Like, you see this weird looking thing by the pool? Well, it costs more than some people make in 10 years. This statue is one of only 3 in the world. Maybe that's why it cost a whopping $1.2 million. Bro. Wait till you check out the rest of the house. Jake Paul calls this mansion the Taj Mahal. This mansion spans 12,800 feet and it has 8 bedrooms, a guest house, a 6-car garage, and the biggest TV you've ever seen. Imagine a place so big that you need a map just to get around. You bet that living this large doesn't come cheap because Jake shelled out a cool $16 million for this house. Now, you know the Paul brothers like to make waves. Logan makes even bigger splashes than his brother. I mean, the man has a 66 million year old Triceratops skull, and instead of having it studied, Logan Paul just casually has it mounted in his living room. That's $1.5 million, people. Speaking of dinos, let's talk about Logan's obsession with Pokemon cards. This obsession is so deep that in 2022, he was duped into buying $3.5 million worth of fake Pokemon cards.
Why are they so puffy? Why are they so puffy though? See how they're like curvy and puffy.
Very light.
Oh my god. Oh my god, bro. G.I. Joe! G.I. Joe!
Now this scam didn't stop him though, because only 6 months later, he got his hands on the most valuable Pokemon card in the world. That's the Pikachu Illustrator. That's a $5.3 million card, and he's just wearing it on his neck. Well, he is making waves. So is Whistling Diesel. This dude goes insanely big on his videos. And it's not just about money because, well, look at the size of this truck. This isn't your regular sized monster truck. This is the Monster Max 2. And to get behind the wheel, well, you have to climb 17 feet to get behind that steering wheel. That's hard, but it's even harder to get one of these trucks because not only was it custom built for Cody, it cost $900,000 just to get it done. But he wouldn't be the automobile king if he didn't make it even crazier, like adding jet engines. Hey, do you know what's crazier than customizing expensive things? Destroying them! Cody has a love-hate relationship with money at this point, I'd say. I mean, look at what he did to his $300,000 G-Wagon.
Just gonna gently drop it on the roof.
Or his $500,000 Ferrari F8.
We f***ed up.
Those weren't the only times he burned through money because he owns an $80,000 tank. Now that's a crazy purchase. While Cody conquers the land, PewDiePie owns the sky. PewDiePie has his priorities straight, and if his dogs aren't coming, well, nobody's coming. In 2022, PewDiePie was moving to Japan, but there was a problem. Edgar, his dog, had been living the good life for a long time. This meant he was too overweight to fly commercially. I mean, of course, they had to fly private. There's the fancy seats, more legroom, and oh yeah, a whole restaurant in the sky, and that cost $80,000. That's a huge setback. Speaking of setbacks, let's talk about IShowSpeed. Now, if you're thinking he's making smart investments,
Joe! Don't be using the video, bro!
You've never been more wrong. Speed is nuts, man. He's so nuts that he bought the most expensive item in Roblox's history by accident. Well, technically, because you either have to be crazy rich or just crazy to do eeny, meeny, miny, mo with $220,000 on the line. Hey,
Okay. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Got to take it by a tongue. If you holler, let it go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
After playing the rich man's Russian roulette, things clicked and left Speed to question it all.
What am I doing?
There's no way, bro. There's no way, bro. 18 million Robux. $200,000 in my bank account. Oh my God, bro.
There's no better way to write yourself into history books than when CHC spent $10,000 on the world's most expensive pen. This thing is boring though. For that amount of money, at least be covered in diamond and write on your right. No, it's just a freaking pen. There's no ink replacement either. The best salesman in the world couldn't make me buy this one. A certain YouTuber owns a crazy car, but we'll get into that later. First, let's talk about what Unspeakable spends money on. He wanted to buy a house big enough to film all his videos, so he bought a mega mansion on a private island. What's a house in the hills when you can do this? These YouTubers are buying freaking islands. Now, to get to this house, you have to enter through a gateway and then drive over a bridge.
So here's the bridge right here. As you can see, there's water below us, and there's also a beach and an island that we're building. Oh yeah!
The interior of the mansion? Incredible. There are 5 bedrooms, a game room, and a movie theater. The outside is where the fun is, because what YouTuber could say that they have a whole lake surrounding their garden? He can jet ski in his backyard, and living this luxurious life can't be cheap. And Unspeakable spent $2.9 million to get this island. Now that's crazy, but let's go from mansions to medallions. Like his partner in crime, JJ is crazy about the bling.
Oh, Jesus.
He spends a ton on his jewelry. Just take a look at the size of this chain. That is a $150,000 name tag. And he copped himself an equally expensive watch to match.
Oh, this is it. This is the one. Legit.
Now the watch is a factory set, diamond-crusted Rolex Daytona worth $200,000. Spending that much money just to tell the time is wild. Now all of this is not as expensive as his prized possession though, and I'm talking about the custom-made Richest chain. This thing is covered in diamonds and white gold. Now that's $500,000 on Lord Beerus. I'm blown away. Now that's not as ridiculous as the Stradman's car collection. This man is addicted to buying expensive supercars. James has to be one of the only people on earth who has 7 different types of Lamborghini. There's the 2003 Lamborghini Murcielago 40th anniversary. Now there are only 50 of this model, and one would cost a whopping $460,000. He also has this 1987 Lamborghini Countach, which is a previous generation of the same Lambo we saw Leo driving in The Wolf of Wall Street. It's very expensive because it's worth $700,000.
This thing is actually surprisingly fast, though. It rips tater chip.
But he doesn't own only Lamborghinis. He also has the 2023 Jeep Gladiator 6x6, a 2013 Koenigsegg Agera valued at $1.7 million, and a Ferrari 812. By the time you add all 14 of his cars, well, his entire collection is worth more than $4.7 million. Don't get it twisted though, because sometimes YouTubers flex so hard and risk it all. Now before that, let's talk about the time that the Dobre brothers walked into an icebox jewelry store with a duffel bag stuffed with cold, hard cash.
We brought cash too, so is that straight?
That's right, yeah.
You guys have a counter? Yeah, right?
Oh, yeah, we got a counter right back there.
You might need a couple money counters, but...
Good lord, that's so much money for a shopping trip. Now, Darius spent way more in a single day to flex on us all. In 2021, Darius splurged 6 figures on his dream car, a Lamborghini STO, and this car is a speed demon. It has 640 horsepower, a top speed of 310 kilometers per hour, and can go from 0 to 100 in 3 seconds. Now this set him back $350,000. However, in 2022, the crazy speed caught up to him and he almost paid the ultimate price. While filming a video, Darius didn't see a wet part of the road and the car slid out of control. He crashed into a fence at full speed. Even though he left the accident unharmed, his Lamborghini wasn't that lucky. Darius didn't mourn the loss of his car for long though, because he quickly replaced it with a 2023 Lamborghini Revolto that's worth $580,000. Now, unlike Darius's car, this room can't be replaced because it has to be the most expensive gaming setup in the world. This room is built like a spaceship. Damn, we got to a space shuttle gaming room before GTA 6? Unbelievable! Banky designed this gaming room to pay homage to his favorite PC game, Star Citizen. No expense was spared in making this a reality. The cockpits are fitted with not one, not two, but 3 65-inch screens. And if you get hungry, well, the ship has a kitchen. Banky thought of everything. Even though the spacesuit is optional, you might as well put it on for the experience. This Starship gaming room cost $50,000. Now he's living the good life. But MKBHD, well, let's say he's living the Gucci life. When he heard that they were making only 100 limited editions of the Gucci Xbox, he got one himself. As the leading tech channel on YouTube, he's always buying the craziest gadgets. Even though the regular Xbox is a couple $100, the Gucci logo all over adds more zeros. He spent $10,000 on this. Did he just spend more on a game console than people's cars? Like, come on. And don't think we forgot you, Mr. Who's the Boss. He spent $170,000 on a smartphone. The tech world is pricey, but nothing compares to the Caviar Gold phone, which is so expensive that the website won't let you buy it at once. It comes with a briefcase that has a 6-digit lock, a gold business card, AirPods, and the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra covered in 1 kilogram of pure gold. The back camera's blacked out from the weight.
In case you're wondering, this is what the camera looks like. Literal, just black, straight up.
If you think that's too much for a soon-to-be outdated phone, well, know that it gets replaced every time a new model comes out. Aaron has money to burn. He doesn't have Kai's money, though, because he spent millions of dollars on a house to use as storage.
Closed in on my first personal house! I bought a house! I just bought a house because I moved some of my stuff that don't need to be in this room there.
He bought so much random stuff that he needs another house to put it in. Now that's a big flex. Speaking of random purchases, he geeked out and paid $10,000 for an Iron Man suit. Well, just because.
Where's your arm?
Hey, let's be real. The suit has cool features. Sound effects, light up hands, and laser beams. Are we sure these guys are friends though? Kai is not the only one who likes testing out gadgets on his friends, because Ben Azalert spent $90,000 on the weirdest Amazon products. He got a golf skateboard for $3,000, a $4,000 gold toilet, and a $6,000 massage chair. And they don't come close to his most expensive purchase. That would be a 360-degree rolling car worth $50,000. Now, when you're driving around in this thing, it's more about the journey than the destination. Nobody has a bank like Mr. Beast, though. Just look at his videos to know he doesn't play around at all.
Oh my God!
According to Mr. Beast, each video costs the same as making a movie. That's around $2.5 million per video. If you were that rich, you could do anything. When he's not driving trains into pits or destroying cars, he's trying out the luxury of life, like spending $500,000 on plane tickets, $250,000 vacations, and giveaways. Imagine giving away private jets and islands and building 100 houses for the homeless. I wouldn't want to bump into anyone besides Mr. Beast in charity mode. Now,
Oh, I was not expecting that reaction.
Jimmy has to hug something for himself, though, right? Well, that's his mega studios. 3 of them, and the insides are filled with random props, cash, and dogs.
As you can see, we love our dogs here. There's dogs everywhere.
Hey, this all cost $14 million. That's so many zeros, I think he's competing with Netflix at this point.